Standing in an arena, he waits to pounce upon weakness of the abandoned self. In a moment of losing herself, he will act. She is not caving to him, only to loss of her own identity. She wants for a moment to lose herself, so as to not face the realities she must overcome. Her inner strength must be maintained as not to be taken by desperation at any moment. She wants to be in bliss, not possessing the tools or the guidance for this state. She surrenders to the momentary loss of self, a minuscule perception of falsity sold as value, crumbles her unsturdy ground, displayed to her only to achieve the lust for an unfulfilled existence. He sees the knowing in my eyes, the battles I have faced, the versions of him I have overcome. He sees he cannot win, so he will not try. Upon awakening to divine feminine, the only man that can approach is one awakened to his own truth. He is not winning, he is honoring. The boy will wish to experience her, but he will run so far from her so as to not face his own shadows. She will awaken. Unlike the distorted feminine, she will not let him hide. She will not stroke his ego with her insecurities. She will hold a mirror to his reflection, to his falsehood, to his mask worn with pride. For many years it caused anguish to my heart. Why does he go back to her that is lesser than him? Why does he prey on women who cannot see his heart, his soul? Why does he give himself to a lie when I hold the truth in my eyes? The ripest fruit on the tree are untouched. Her partner is unwilling to climb, as if it is easier to grab what's accessible. It is easy for him to hide when she cannot see his true self. It is easier for him to not face his shadows if she cannot see them. This gives him the control he longs for. This makes his ego feel like a man. He is fed over and over by her insecurities and her illusions of beauty. He chooses to believe them because it maintains his power, his control, his perceived hierarchy. Stand in your kingdom, dear shadow. I do not fight you. I see you. In fact, I know you. I stood in my own fears, hiding with the distorted masculine, as for him to not see the depths of my truth. I am you. I know you. I have no more anger for this boy who presents himself as a man. The divine masculine is unafraid to look in my eyes. That man is unafraid to look at himself. The man knows his worth and therefore knows mine. He has no reason to run from me, from the truth in my eyes. He has no fear of my heart. He does not use his words to bypass truth, performing the ego's illusions to adorn the wounded girl. He does not use or blame the girl. He also sees her state. He also knows his value and no longer looks to her to define his status. The accountability of self. What a beautiful expression of sacred truth, of love, where fear cannot exist, where doubt becomes known, where illusions are revealed. Are they scared of my intensity? Oh, please run and face yourself. By all means, you must. If you are to live in the truth of self, to no longer blame your counterpart for the suffering of your own heart, to exist freely, no longer longing for what you don't know, no longer standing on others so as to not feel small. The truth of beauty radiates, it is not performed. The stage of which beauty and ego dance will continue to perform an illusion on the heart until one looks past the presentation. Behind the curtain there's a tired soul, where false eyelashes cover perpetual tears, where loneliness is covered by status, where pain is hidden under materialism. I dance on the stage of my own heart. I no longer dance in the illusion as to perform amongst displays of false identity. I dance in dreams and creativity where the paintbrush of my heart has no lines or subject matter, where I am free to exist in the form of self. To dance with me, there is no act to perform. There is only the interactive exchange of truth, purity of heart, and bliss of creation. Leave your script at the door. If you cannot paint outside the lines, you will not keep up. If you cannot surrender your mask and embody the vulnerable truth of self-actualization, you will not perform with me. To dance with the divine feminine, a true act of strength. To embrace her intuitive flow, leading the etheric as you step in time, leading the physical. What we do not see in the imbalance of this realm is how he holds the ground for her conduit of energy. How when he is stable in his materiality, she is free to birth reality. When he believes leading is to constrict, control, and conceal, he suffocates her creation. The divine dance of sacred feminine and masculine is as conscious synchronization, a brewing of magnetic rhythm that does not diminish either in their power, and instead actualizes the other and amplifies their existence. Together both will thrive in divine union. Until we feel this rhythm within our own being, we cannot expect another to dance on this stage with us.